Hello and welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball, and also welcome to September. We're going to do some fun things with the lineup today to mix some things up and get some people in you haven't seen either since last season or maybe ever. So we'll get Chris Iannetta, I think it was Chris, right? Get him into the game. He was in somebody's AAA season, or AAA team. I don't remember who. We made a trade for some other minor league guys, and he came along in that trade. I think that's all we've got. We got some pitchers we'll try to get into this game as well. Let's bat these guys down. I'd let Joey stay in that 8th spot. It's going to be a real funky lineup for us. And yep, Zap is going to pitch this game. Actually checked that after yesterday's game. I think Paulie was ready to go, but we're not going to rush him back. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So anyway, we've got the Mets today after much promising. This is a 4-game series. We'll have 4 games against the Mets, 3 against the Dodgers, another 4 against the Mets, and then it's division opponents to finish out the year. So yeah, we'll take a look at a funky defensive alignment for us. Michalak was just drafted this past June. Whiteman was a draft pick from last year. We had 2 first basemen that we drafted last year, is Whiteman and Moran. Moran, I believe we already traded away. I think that's actually how we ended up with Iannetta. It might have just been Iannetta. Maybe there were 2 players. I can't remember for sure now. But Iannetta is new to us. Obviously, he's a real player that we've acquired. The first non-created player, I think, to ever suit up for the Squirrels. Anyway, first pitch was ground and out, and that will bring Angel Pagan. I'm sorry, I've suddenly forgotten how to talk. Angel Pagan at the plate. And he has a 1-1 count. Another swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll see how today goes, but Zap actually usually does a much better job starting than he does mopping up games. So we'll see how today goes for him. Carlos Beltran at the plate. And he has a 2-0 count. There's a called strike on the outside. This one too high. 3-1 the count. Swing and a miss makes it full. Ground ball towards first. Whiteman grabs it, steps on the bag, and that is it for the top of the first. Kester is going to lead off today's game. Here is the Mets starting defense. Julio Nunez is going to start this game. Thought they said Julio anyway. It might have been Julian, I guess. I don't remember this guy from reality. Anyway, Kester at the plate takes strike 1. Hits this one up the middle. It gets by Luis Castillo for a leadoff base hit. Zach hitting in a 2 spot. Way up in the order for him. Take strike 1. Take strike 2. Kester takes off, but Zach fouls the pitch off. But 0-2, he really didn't have a choice. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chief at the plate now. He takes strike 1. Smacks this one into right field. That'll get down for another single. Runners on first and second with one out, and Frank at the plate. He homered yesterday into dead center when we were still in Philadelphia. Has an 0-2 count at the moment. Swing and a miss, strike three, 2 down. Whiteman with his first at-bat of this season, at least first major league at-bat. This game doesn't show me AAA stats. I kind of wish it would generate some, but I mean, they'd probably be kind of meaningless anyway, I guess. Anyway, 1-2 the count on Whiteman. Takes ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning. A couple hits for the Squirrels, but no runs, so we're scoreless going into the second inning. Carlos Delgado will lead things off for New York. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch down and out. And this pitch outside. And that's only the fourth batter of the game. Seems like Zapp's throwing a lot of pitches to get through a lot of these batters. 2-2 the count on Delgado at the moment, though. And this one too low, runs the count full. Ground ball to second. Kester grabs it and throws it over. 1 down. That'll bring Ryan Church to the plate. First pitch called a strike. Second pitch called a strike. Pops this one up foul. Iannetta will make the play. 2 down. John Buck at the plate. Looks at strike 1. This pitch down and in. Ground back to Zapp, who fields it, throws it over, and that's it for the top of the second. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second. Iannetta to make his Squirrels debut at the plate, anyway. I kind of feel like Iannetta was with Portland's AAA. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's kind of what I seem to remember. So even if he had been hitting for them, he did switch leagues, so his dash is average. Makes sense. Michalak's very first major league at-bat is a ground out to the pitcher. So that'll bring Joey to the plate with 2 outs. And he looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3. So that'll end the second inning. We're still scoreless. Mark Grzelcyk will start off things for the Mets. Always liked Grzelcyk when he was a Cub. First pitch off the plate. Dude, I never really thought before where our AAA team would be located, since Indianapolis is in reality a AAA city. So I imagine some AA team would get promoted and kind of on down the line. But I'm not sure who that would be off the top of my head. Have to think about some AA cities. Anyway, this one ground to Kester, who throws it over. 2 down now. Nunez at the plate. Oh, I say Leo? I really misheard that then. Leo Nunez at the plate. Also your pitcher has an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the top of the third. Zapp cruising so far. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and Zapp will lead off for the Squirrels. We're still scoreless. Say limited at bats, but Zap is hitting 400 this year. Takes ball 1 and takes strike 1. This one just inside. Grounds this one towards Castillo, who throws over for the first out of the inning. That will bring Kester to the plate. Got a hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Does this one stay fair? It does not. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Zach at the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. Nunez with 5 strikeouts the first time through the Squirrels order, and then obviously just struck out Kester to start off the second round. Has Zach at 0-2. This one pulled foul. And this one just inside. Zach lays off. And there's a called strike 3, and that'll end the third inning. Still scoreless as we go into the fourth. Luis Castillo back up for the Mets. See, only 2 strikeouts for Zap the first time through the order, but everything else has been a big positive, so I guess he doesn't mind. And Castillo was a ground out victim in his first at-bat. This one will be pulled foul to make the count 0-2. This one just inside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And held Pagan. For some reason I cannot say Pagan. He was one of those strikeout victims. He takes strike 1 here. And this one too high. And held Pagan. I don't know why I'm struggling with that name today. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Beltran at the plate. He was a ground out in his first at-bat. Takes strike 1. Takes strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Zap, after only having 2 strikeouts the first time through the Mets order, strikes out the side in the fourth. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Chief is going to lead things off. Chief with a single in his first at-bat. Takes strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. Does this one stay fair? It will. Gets into left field, rolls all the way to the wall, or very near to it. Chief goes into second base and slides in safely. Leadoff double brings Frank to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Frank takes strike 1. Takes strike 2. Grounds this one back to the pitcher. Chief goes back to second. Nunez over to first for the first out of the inning. Whiteman in his second at-bat of the day. Swings and misses at the first pitch. This one up the middle does get through. Oh, that turned into a disaster for the Squirrels. Chief trying to get back to second base, and that ground ball up the middle ends up being tagged out, and I believe it was Castillo grabbed it. It still had time to throw over to first to complete the double play. So we are still scoreless here in the 5th inning, and Carlos Delgado at the plate. Pops this one up right on the plate. Iannetta waiting and makes the play. Ryan Church fouled out in his first at-bat. Puts this one towards second. Kester grabs it and throws it over to first. 2 down. John Buck at the plate. Ground out in his first at-bat. A lot of ground outs. Zap throws ball 1 and then gets a ground ball to short. Joey takes care of that. Halfway through the game, still no score. Chris Iannetta is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Iannetta struck out in his first at-bat and takes strike one here. Looks at strike two. This one ground to second. Grzelcyk takes care of that. One down. Michalak in his second MLB at-bat. Ground back to the pitcher in his first at-bat. Takes strike one. I can't remember if Michalak was our first round or second round pick. Oh, nearly gets a hit in his second at-bat, but Grzelcyk jumps up and makes an excellent play. Two down, Joey at the plate now, and he takes ball one. Takes strike one. This pitch inside. This one inside as well. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Makes it a full count. There's a base hit into right. That will bring Zap up to the plate to try to get something going through this inning. Yeah, you can see his limited at-bats. His average went from 400 to 333 with one ground ball. Gets this one up the middle, but it will get through for a base hit. So that'll put runners on first and second, and Kester at the plate. Nunez already getting tired. This one ground to Castillo, throws over to first, and that ends the fifth inning. We are still scoreless as we go into the sixth. And Gruds is up. Takes strike one. Swings and misses, 0-2. Grounds this one to Chief, who throws over for out number one. Umbria at the plate. You can see by the gray bar that you also saw in Michalak that he's a computer-generated draft pick, and he gets the first hit for the Mets. Nunez, a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. Takes strike one here. Zap already getting tired. That's fine. I kind of wanted to get some other guys into the game anyway. So we'll see if he can get Nunez out here. That bunt does stay fair, but Chief able to get it over for the out. Two down. Castillo at the plate. Runner at second. 5 strikeouts so far on the game for Castillo, or for Zap rather. Castillo pops this one up to second base. Kester makes the play, and that ends the top of the sixth. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Zach is going to lead things off for the Chiefs. Nunez wiping his brow as well. First pitch down and in. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. That pitch down and out. This one down and out as well. 3-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Full count. This one, Zach draws a walk. That'll bring Chief to the plate. He is 2 for 2 with a single and a double today. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. And this one is going to get through the left side for another base hit for Chief. Mets, I believe, are going to go to their bullpen, and they do. And they will find Burgos. And the middle infield is also going to flip-flop for the Mets. So runners on first and second. Frank at the plate, nobody out. Fresh pitcher for the Mets here in the bottom of the sixth. And Frank immediately puts one up the middle, but Castillo makes a great play. Diving play, gets the out at second. That's the only out he will get. Puts runners on the corners for Whiteman, who takes strike one. One down. Ooh, tough take, but Whiteman gets the call. There's a base hit for Whiteman. That's going to drive in the first run of the game. Squirrels lead 1-0. Iannetta back at the plate, looking for his first National League hit of the year. Don't know if he's been in the majors at all this year or not, but he is right now. Has an 0-2 count at the moment, and looks at strike 3. 2 down, Michalak in his third major league at-bat after being drafted in June. He's going to ground out to first, and that'll end the inning. But the Squirrels do take the 1-0 lead. And we're not going to worry about double switching today because, like I said, I want to see some different pitchers. See, there's only 2 rounds of draft in this game, and this was our other draft pick of this be the 2011 draft. So this is his major league debut, Junge. They say it Junet, apparently. Okay, Junet, apparently. Pardon me. So we'll see what he's got. I don't remember the draft order, if Michalak got drafted first or if Junet did. But either way, he's got Pagan with an 0-2 count. Starts off his major league career with a strikeout. Beltran at the plate now. That pitch too low. We're going to have to go over our jersey numbers, see if we already have, if we have any duplicates. I don't think we have. Zach wears 31. I don't think we have a 32. Anyway, Beltran with a 2-1 count. Pops this one up. Ionetta under it. 2 down. Delgado at the plate. He is 0 for 2 so far. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. This one in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Pops this one up. Ionetta under it. That ends the top of the 7th. Stretch time here in Indy. And the Squirrels leading 1-0. Okay, we go into the bottom of the 7th. Joey is going to lead things off. Burgos stays in the game. That's going to be a 1-inning debut for Junet, although he did excellently. High hopes for the future after that at-bat or that inning. Joey with a 1-2 count. That pitch inside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Alright, oh, I was maybe a little bit quick on the start button there, but that's okay. See, I think we got all the other guys in the game except for Minnick, so we'll let him get in. I think this is the 3rd season Minnick has been with us. I think we drafted him in our 2nd year. And I think everybody else I've let go after 2 years, but Minnick, I felt like I still had some developing to do with him. Never been that great of a hitter, but I think I can really build him into a good catcher before I let him loose somewhere else. Gets this one as a line out too short, as Gruzlionic takes care of that. Brings Kester to the plate with 2 down. That pitch outside. That pitch called strike 1. Ground ball towards second. Luis Castillo throws over, and that will end the 7th inning. Squirrels still leading 1-0. Ryan Church will lead off things in the 8th for the Mets. So he will do so against, let's see. I think we picked up Hankins as part of the trade that brought us Ionetta. So let's I'm pretty sure Hankins came from Portland too, and I think we actually hit against him when we played them last season. But this is his first outing, I am fairly sure, as a Squirrel. If I got my history right, I hope I do. This is all going off in memory. I didn't go back and look any of this up. Maybe I should have. Anyway, Church with an 0-2 count. And Weekly fouls that off, but that will keep him at the plate. To ground out to Chief at third. One down. John Buck at the plate. He is ground out in both of his at-bats today. Hits this one back to Hankins. 2 down. I will say this normally would be Hermita's spot, but I figure we've been using him a lot lately. He could use the break, and like I said, I wanted to see some other pitchers that we have. That said, I will have Shibuya come in and get the save, assuming we don't go a little bit crazy here in the bottom of the ninth, or the bottom of the eighth, rather. So it is 1-0. Zach is going to lead things off in the bottom of the eighth. And Zach 0 for 2. He's got struck out twice and then walked. Looks at strike one here. This one just off the plate. Hits this one into center field. Will Beltran get to it? He will not. Zach will cruise into second base for a leadoff double. All right, Chief at the plate. 3 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles and a double. Takes strike one. Pops this one up. He'll be retired for the first time today as Buck catches that one behind the plate. Frank now at the plate. 1 down, runner on second. This one out of the zone. Bit of a wild slider there. That one too low. 2-0 the count. Ground ball to third. Zach goes back to second. Throw to first. 2 down. Up to Whiteman. He came through. He's driven in the only run of the game so far today. Is this one going to stay fair? I think it will. It does. Right on the right field line. And he's going to drive in the second run of the game on a double. Iannetta with one more chance for a base hit today. Take strike one. And he'll come through with the base hit into right. Here comes Whiteman in to score. And Iannetta drives in the third run of the game. Squirrels leading 3-0. Michalak at the plate with his chance for a hit. Matt Wise is going to come into the game for the Mets to try to staunch the bleeding here. So maybe we won't see Shibuya after all. We'll see what Michalak does with 2 outs. Said looking for his first major league hit. Has a 2-0 count. Looks at strike one. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. This one fouled away. Will this one get down for a hit? It will. There's his first major league base hit. A single that puts runners on first and second for Joey. And Joey takes strike one. Swings and misses for strike two. Fouled away. Fouled away. Still 0-2. Still fouled away. Joey not going down quietly. Fouls you off yet another. I've lost track of how many pitches that is now. This one just outside. Joey lays off. And then a called strike three. That'll end the 8th inning. Right on the line, Shibuya will still get his shot. Umbria is going to lead off things for the Mets. They need at least 3 here in the 9th. Got to see if Shibuya got to add to his save totals here. even if he's just slightly worn down. If I remember right, Shibuya is going for save number 59 today. In what should be one of his easier chances, but despite his gaudy number of saves, he likes to mess around out there, if you haven't watched before. 0-2 the count on Umbria. That one up and out to make it 1-2. This one too low. 2-2 the count. Called strike 3. Umbria doesn't like the call, but that's what we're going with. Mets turn to a pinch hitter. They'll find, is it Josh Lind? Adam Lind. Oh, I should have known that. My apologies. Adam Lind. Called strike 1. Called strike 2. That one down and out. Pulls this one foul. Pops this one foul. This one still foul, so he's battling like Joey was just in the last half inning. That pitch too low. 2-2 the count. That's, I think, going to be a base hit. Yep, down into center field. Michalak's first defensive action. There wasn't that much for him to do. Brings Castillo to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. Takes strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. Grounds this one. Well, Shibuya just watches it go by. They get the out at second, but that is the only out the Squirrels will get. 2 down. Pagan at the plate. He has struck out in all 3 at-bats so far and swings and misses at the first pitch here. Ooh, this one just off the plate. Shibuya does not get the call. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Pagan strikes out again, and that will end the ball game. Your final score today, New York Mets 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. Look at a few highlights from the game here, starting in the 6th inning, because that's when the scoring finally started. So tomorrow I think we'll be back to the normal lineup, other than we might get Minix in to catch. All right, Whiteman, understandably, your player of the game, drove in 2 of the 3 runs. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we've got the Mets again tomorrow. We will see you then.